You made it. Section 6, final section of the term. The last 2 weeks, or it's a little shorter than 2 weeks. And the one thing I want to remind everybody about in section 6, because this seems to come up every single term, is the term ends on Friday. Okay, at 11:59 p.m. Normally our assignments are not due until the Sunday. We'll have grades into RCC by then, so that'll be too late. So make sure you have everything done by that due date. Also, please do not email any assignments Saturday, Sunday after the term closes. That also happens every term. And unfortunately, I usually work on grades ahead of time and ready to slam them done. So I will just delete the email usually, or I'll tell you, sorry, the term ends. So please set a reminder if you have trouble forgetting. Okay. Again, final section, chapters 18, 19, and 20. And this one is going to have your final behavior change plan update in it. And it will not open, that assignment does not open until section 6 opens, or right before it. Okay, so you have 2 weeks to do it, but again, we want to give ample time for your behavior plan. Again, on the same as the midterm update, if you did super great, awesome, congrats, you followed through. If you had some troubles and you had to make some adjustments, and just keep in mind that progress is progress, even if it's slow, even if it's up and down, even if you had to take a step back to move forward, progress is progress. If you absolutely bombed it, maybe now's the time to readdress it and put that in there. Again, you're going to restate the SMART template plan. Don't just answer the questions so you can get full credit, and then answer the final update questions. Okay. You're going to have a self-survey in there. Again, it's 3 different ones, or 2 different ones, sorry. Again, I put those in there for you if you do not have copies of them from the textbook. Those are super simple, easy points. The suicide prevention resource one of my favorite assignments. It's pretty quick. It's usually just a paragraph or so summary of a resource you find. Suicide is a lot more prevalent nowadays, and I can say personally, I did not deal much with suicide until about 5 years ago. My dad actually committed suicide, and so I had to deal with that. And then a year later, my best friend from college committed suicide. And so prior to that, I had heard of it. Being an educator, obviously, there were instances, but nothing really super close hit home. So, and then all of a sudden, 2 very close did. And everybody deals with it a little differently. But my main thing is with mental health nowadays, we want to reach out as much as possible, and having different resources. This is one of my favorite assignments because the students actually provide great resources. If you've dealt with suicide in your family or even personally, a lot of times you'll have a great resource, and please share. I actually keep those on file, so that way I can recommend to different people when I need to. So I think it's it's an easy assignment as far as points goes, but it's a very important assignment. And then you have the last quiz 6. So no final exam, no midterm exam. Should be fairly easy course, and the reason why we do that is it's personal health. Stress, I think, is a big part of this textbook, as you have seen. And we want to reduce stress. My way of reducing stress is not having final exams or midterm exams. I personally, in college, I like projects and little assignments that pertain to me, personality tests, stuff like that. That's fun to do and interesting, rather than just regurgitating textbook information in the form of a Scantron. Because textbooks, health is something that is always changing. As you'll see, there's things in our textbook that are outdated. But it's at our fingertips, and the fact that we can look up just about anything for health and fitness. So even in fields, being in personal training like I am, health education, it's rare that I have to regurgitate information, but rather I usually have time to plan, look it up, and make sure I'm knowledgeable in the area. Okay, so I hope you had a great term. Again, if you have suggestions for the class, I know there's a evaluation at the end, which is totally fine, but we don't get a lot of information from that. Please feel free to email me and be like, hey, this is just a suggestion. And we get different suggestions for things. Sometimes we have people that say, I'd love to do more discussion boards. I'd like more interaction with my classmates on online courses. Awesome. Then I'll get some feedback from other people that say, I'd like no discussion boards. I hate interacting. I feel like they're a hoop to jump, which, as you've seen, college is a hoop in general. So some of that stuff we have to balance out, which we've only had, I think we had 5 discussions in this class. So anything else you can see. If you see something that has a typo, please let me know. Okay. I love your feedback. I appreciate all your hard work. I know balancing college classes, family, jobs, social life, all that's difficult, and it goes together with our personal health. So if I can help you with any of that or answer any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I appreciate your efforts again. I hope you have a great break.